Alright, it's Christmas time. It's time to watch another Christmas classic from the 40s. I did Holiday Inn recently, and a lot of people liked that review. Well, I think they did. And this time we're dealing with a movie that has nothing to do with racism. Yes, this is A Miracle on 34th Street. A Christmas classic. They even remade it, but I'll let you know the remake sucks. The original is way better. Oh, and they tried remaking this movie in the 90s, and it wasn't very good, to say the least. I didn't like it. Oh, they actually remade this in 1955 as well? Like, what the heck's going on here? How many times are they going to remake one movie? So what is this movie about? Well, there's this old guy here who is a homeless person, technically speaking, but he believes he's Santa.
Mistake. With the reindeer, I mean. You've got Cupid where Blitzen should be. And Dasher, oh, Dasher should be on my right-hand side. You should, huh? Yeah.
So it's actually not clear if this guy's Santa or not. It's actually up to you to decide if he is just some random guy or he might be Santa. The world may never know. And he knows how to whip some ass, by the way. Oh yeah, this guy who's dressed up as Santa, who's not Santa, not to be confused with the other guy whose name is Kris Kringle, who claims he's Santa. Yeah, he's drunk basically. And the guy who thinks he's Santa is like maybe I can do it. And he does. And everybody likes his portrayal of Santa, because he's got a nice big old beard. Also, this is a Thanksgiving movie, by the way. It starts on Thanksgiving. Because much like in real life, Christmas takes over Thanksgiving all the time. And yes, that is the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, in case you're wondering. Exactly, Macy's is a part of the movie. It wasn't part of the remake, because they didn't want permission to do it again, I guess. But yeah, Macy's is actually a big part of the original movie, oddly enough. So if you like Macy's, well, this movie... Oh yeah, this is a family. Just kidding. Just a mother and daughter and some neighbor guy. The mom's very cynical because she got divorced. And yeah, that happened in this movie. You don't see a lot of divorces in 1940s movie. And she's actually a strong, independent woman in the 1940s. Isn't that swell? And this guy's trying to riz her up. Like, come on, you want to go on a date with me? And she's like, nah. And she's raising her daughter to be cynical like her. And one day her daughter will grow up to be in a musical. Yeah, she will go on to play Maria in West Side Story. Isn't that fun, even though she's not Hispanic at all? Oh well, Hollywood was beat back in the day. Oh, it takes place on 34th Street, in case you can tell by the title. It doesn't really matter to the story at all. I don't know why it's called Miracle on 34th Street. Like, there's not really a miracle, and also, what does the street have to do with anything? Also, Santa decides to give this janitor kid some advice about how to be Santa. And this kid, for some reason, looks like Josh from Drake and Josh. So yeah, this guy who got easily hired to be Santa Claus in the mall, and everyone likes him. But he's supposed to shell out for their Macy's toys, but he's like, you know what, parents, if you need help finding toys, go to the other convenience store.
You got a gift box. They'll have exactly what you're looking for in the shop. There you are, yeah, that's for you.
I think this would be bad for business, but no, people actually like it. Like, we're going to shop at Macy's from now on. So, golly! Also, in case you're wondering, this guy is the real Santa because his beard is real. Very important. You know, for Santa, he's not really fat, you know? Isn't Santa supposed to be fat? Well, this guy's like, well, I can speak multiple languages, so take that. So every single guy person thinks he's very weird because his card literally says that he is Santa. And his next of kin are apparently his reindeer. Which is, I guess Mrs. Claus got cut out. So everyone likes this Santa, even though he's not Santa. Maybe he is, but who knows? And he's like, you know, I can get you any gift you want, little girl. And she's like, I want a house. I was like, well, we'll see, but it's kind of hard to bring that in a sleigh. I mean, how do you bring a house in a sleigh unless it's a little toy house? Or maybe those little micro houses, those baby houses people live in. I don't get it. Tiny houses suck. Big houses are the best. But yeah, Santa hates this one guy who's a psychiatrist who thinks everyone's crazy or have daddy issues. Clearly, he thinks people have daddy issues. He's like, you know what? Fuck you, psychiatrist. I'm going to hit you on... He decides to play up his injury here. It's actually kind of funny, the way he does it. But yeah, he runs away from the crime, Santa, and everyone thinks he's kind of crazy. So yeah, Santa's in a mental institute, and he failed taking tests because he's sad because the one woman doesn't believe in him. It's kind of dumb, but, you know, shouldn't be in the mental institution for thinking he's Santa, and also the fact that he hit somebody. I mean, no, he didn't really get seriously injured, but, you know, you can't just be hitting people if you're king. So Santa goes on trial to plead his case. His case is now to see if he's Santa or not. Because the lawyer guy's like, let's see if we can pass you off as Santa. See if we can win that court case. And I guess he's hoping that this will impress the woman as well, because he likes that lady, you remember that. Very interestingly, even though the most famous part of the movie is the fact that it's a court scene about trying to prove this guy is Santa, it only takes place an hour into this movie, which is kind of crazy, you know, the most famous part about the movie takes place an hour in. And he actually does pretty good in the case because people actually believe he's Santa for some reason, or maybe just little kids do, because he's very convincing. So a lot of people don't want to talk against it. Like, this guy's here, like, if I say he's not real, it can ruin my business. And also there's the kids like, my dad's an asshole, because Santa's real, but he's going against Santa. Quite literally a great So here's the turning point, is these guys here in the post office see one letter from the woman and the daughter. I actually surprisingly don't know their names. I know. There's one guy named Mr. Macy, and there's Santa, or Kris Kringle here. And since they address it to him, and where that guy in particular, they're like, you know what, let's get rid of all these letters we have to Santa, because we were just going to throw them out anyway. Let's go to this guy. And since that technically proves he's Santa, he wins. Now I know you're thinking, just because some people are like, hey, let's give Santa letters, that technically means the government recognizes him as Santa. It doesn't really mean much. It's kind of a weird thing to win, but whatever. I mean, that is a lot of letters. So Santa leaves because it's Christmas Eve and he says he has to go. Though Santa has one more trick up his sleeve because he turns out he actually delivered a house. Well, kinda. Because this house is apparently the exact same house the girl wanted. Maybe he was here, maybe not. Also, they share a steamy kiss. But did he do this? Because there's this cane. Was he here? Is he actually Santa or is he just some old man? Is a cane there a coincidence? We don't know, and that's how the movie ends. My final rating for Miracle on 34th Street from 1947 is a 4 out of 5. It is a very odd and nonsensical, but very charming film, to describe it. There's a lot of weird things that go on. Like, there's the fact that the daughter is left alone with some neighbor guy. I know she gets together with him in the end, but, like I said, they don't really know each other at the beginning. It's kind of weird. There are some interesting elements. Like I said, there's the fact that the mom is divorced, which is very interesting, and the fact that she's like not only that but a working woman too is pretty interesting. You don't see that a lot in the 1940s. It's not a big deal, but I thought to mention that. The characters are fine, though not too great. It is a little nonsensical, especially the court scene and how it's even won. But I do like the elements. The guy who plays Santa does a great job. You actually do believe that he is Santa. Like, there's a Santa, that would be him. The movie's not fat. He doesn't have glasses. Even the movie they mentioned that he doesn't have glasses as like a thing that makes him more like Santa for some reason. But either way, it's good flow. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I give it an 8 out of 10. I generally liked Holiday Inn more, but Holiday Inn had a big problem with that movie that some people think it's not a big deal. But whatever, those people are weird. So yeah, if you haven't seen this movie before, I recommend watching it. And maybe you watch the remake. I wasn't a big fan of the remake, but let me know if you want me to talk about the remake. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next movie.